Good morning. I'm speaking on the making of a slave, where it's understood that where a lot of us we were stolen from Africa. We live with a generation of children, young children who does not even know that that this is not our original culture. This is not our original language. That we were stolen and hidden, where our culture was taken, where we were despiritualized and made into something that could be easily beaten, tortured, hard work, forced to do hard labor and things like that. And just explain that, and I believe it's Revelation 16, is that thou hast mistreated and persecuted God's prophets and his people, and thou hast given them blood to drink, and they are worthy, and explains how the people would curse God because of the plagues, and just explain that God would choose the response to reject it. And no other people fits the description better than the so-called Negro in America, where it explains in Deuteronomy 28, Genesis 13, that know for a surety, Abraham, that your streets shall be a stranger in a strange land, and shall be afflicted by those people, and shall serve those people. And after 400 years, I will come down and judge that nation and bring them out with great substance. No one fits that description better than us. No one has ever been in slavery for 400 years. Actually, that great substance is knowledge that's been kept from the world for 66 trillion years. Like it's understood that civilization does not start with oil; it starts with wisdom and understanding, and that wisdom and understanding is rooted in Egypt, where Egypt has been feeding humanity that wisdom out of understanding for the past 66 trillion years, and it's explained that if you make a man to think that he's inferior, you no longer have to tell him to go out the back door, and he will paint one for his own benefit. So, in other words, the slave makes they will suppress one another. When you make them to think like the oppressor, they suppress one another, and it's understood that the slave will make the slave make the slave make the slave. Long after the physical or the psychological slave master is gone, the slave will suppress his own kind and make the slave make the slave make the slave. Like brother explained that that same devil beast who works to oppress us night and day as a people. Some of you are a satellite reflection of him. When we seek to impose bad habits on another, seek to pull one another down, just as brother explained, this race killing crab in the barrel syndrome, to spin one another, trying to hinder men and women, you'll forever be the losers. Why try and tear someone down who has only tried to build you up? And this is what we go through in these inner cities with our people.